Just these are kind of the things I want to go over real quick with us is just to welcome you back. I hope you had a good break. And I'm assuming once we're allowed to come face to face, you guys are going to come face to face.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you guys do a little bit better when you're here. So I think for both of you, this may be your last required science class.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you still have to do physical science,
I do.
Carter.
You gotta do.
Ian, which one did you have with me? Physical science?
I think it was physical science. 'Cause
Okay.
I had
So,
environment at the high school.
yeah. So I think you guys, because of your grade classification, you have to have biology now, and it
Mm-hmm.
is the state test. So you'll have a state test for this one. Um, so I wanted to, oops, wrong screen. I got two computers clicking on the wrong one. All right, so biology, let me get over to that class. Um, Now, tomorrow we'll also have these Google Meets at the exact same time. Normally, we don't do that on Fridays, but because it's the second day of the semester, they wanted us to do these Google Meets. So, tomorrow, same time for each of your classes for the Google Meets. Everybody's homepage for Canvas should look similar to this. They will have a different banner at the top where mine says biology. Um, I have a little welcome video here. I have objectives listed, and then at the bottom, here's our sort of plan for January 7th. The only thing that's not right on here is that the first Friday tomorrow, we do have Google Meets. Otherwise, it's a sort of work independent day. And then if we're allowed to come back on the 19th, this is sort of this plan that will be following there. Um, you'll always go to today's activities, and whether you're face to face or remote, there will always be an attendance. And notice it's worth no points. That's going to get you extra credit points. So if you do that and say there's three questions, you do it, you get all three correct, you get 3 points of extra credit. This also guarantees that it registers that you've been on Canvas, so it makes sure you are counted present. But because you're on the Google Meet, you're automatically counted present today. There's going to be an introduction that I would like you to do. It'll probably be very similar to the attendance as well, but you're going to have to reply to one other person. I don't do a lot of these discussions, but there will be one every so often. So you're going to click on reply. You'll put your name, one goal, one thing you struggled with remote learning, and optional, something you did over break. And I can see that Ian has answered. And so once somebody else answers, you've got to come back in and reply. Next time, just make sure you do complete sentences for me, okay? I let it slide this time. Let me go back to modules here. We're going to go over the course syllabus in just a little bit. There's a student information sheet that it's a Google form that you need to just go in and fill in. We may not get to the last two items here, but this is how it's kind of going to be set up. For my class, I counted these 2 days as week one. Some of the other classes, it's counted as sort of an introduction. So week two will pop up. You have to go to each one of these, I believe, because it says complete all items. So if it's something that has to be submitted, you have to submit it. If it's a page, like with where the eyeballs are here for class syllabus, that just means you've got to read it. You have to go there so it counts it as you've completed it. And before the next module will open up, but it doesn't actually open up until Monday. So that's Canvas. Sort of the next thing, and we're going to spend a little bit of each Google Meet kind of going over this. we're trying to come up with a set of expectations for our classrooms as well as online learning. And so here's what we teachers have come up with, and I just want to get your opinion if there's anything we should change or add in this section where it says student behaviors. Now, you should get an email from Miss Kruger every week that has student announcements, and she's going over the school-wide expectations, like in the hallways, and if we were in the cafeteria and that sort of thing. Each teacher is going to have something similar, but it may be different depending on each teacher. So, for example, in the hallways, your hoods are supposed to be off, but in my classroom, I don't care if your hood is on. But if you're in the hallway, hood's off. So there'll be some changes, like there may be a teacher who wants you to have your hood off in the classroom. But in like my classroom, that's not necessarily an issue as long as you're doing what you need to do. So being considerate is just being kind to others, keeping hands and objects to yourself, no throwing things and that sort of thing. Horse playing, name calling. Responsible, we came up with submitting or turning in assignments on time, learning to or listening to and following instructions that are given, using appropriate language and respecting others' contributions within the classroom or within an assignment or discussion. Productive is staying on task, putting forth 100% of your effort. So my 100% of effort might look a little different than your 100%, but you're putting forth effort all the time. And then attempt an assignment before asking for help. We've got some students who just want to sit there and get help, and we want you to at least try it first and then ask for help. Is there anything that you want to discuss or talk about maybe removing, or anything you want to add? Are you guys still there?
Yes, ma'am. We're still
Okay.
here.
Anything you want to add or any input you want to put? This is your time to have some input.
No, ma'am. I mean, I'm listening and following along.
Okay. Well, I just, we want you to add things in. If you think of something that we need to add, we want it to kind of be collective. My first or second block didn't have anything to add. And I may reword these a little bit because we sort of came up with them together. And there's other ones that we're going to go through. We're just not going to do them all today. We'll do one a day instead of just, so these are kind of expected behaviors, more so if you're here on campus. But, you know, submitting stuff on time and that sort of thing is going to be the key. One thing, too, that I may try to do now that we have these unit recoveries. So if we finish a unit and you did not do well on the test, I may go ahead and assign you a unit recovery so that you can recover that grade before the end of the semester. So you're not having to do all of them there at the end if you get in a situation like that. All right, so we'll come back to that tomorrow and do the next one. Tickets. I don't know how many of you have listened to, and if your other classes have talked about the tickets. So each of you are going to get a ticket because you were on the Google Meet today. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to put one for Carter and put one for Ian.
I feel like these tickets.
And did any other teachers explain this?
No, I didn't even join nobody's class but yours.
Oh, okay. That's probably because I texted Mama, right?
Yep.
Well, what we're going to do is, if you're on Google Meet on time, let me get my little cheat sheet back up here. You're answering questions well, you're maybe asking thought-provoking questions, you're participating. It'd be nice if you have your camera on. But
it would be nice, I promise. But
raise hand.
Huh?
It would be nice to have it on.
Yeah, it would. I'm going to show you something that might help in just a minute. But, you know, submitting assignments on time, like Ian, because he's already done the attendance, you're going to get a second ticket.
How do you submit those?
Huh?
I'll show you.
Is it literally just by clicking submit assignment? Because
yes,
that's what I've been looking at.
Submit assignment, answer all 3 questions, and then hit post, and then you're done.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Because I always end up clicking next after I type everything out, and I never submit it.
Yeah, you got to click on the submit. Make sure you click submit. If you click on next, depending on what it is, you may lose your information. Usually you can go back and then submit. And for like let me scoot back over here. For the text box, let me go in student mode here. Oh, I may have to fix something on y'all's too. Yeah, because you can't get to the other thing until you do the attendance. I'll fix that in just a minute. So when you click on attendance, this is a text box. So you have to click on submit assignment first. And it gives you the text box. You type your information. So all you're doing here is typing your goal for the semester in one complete sentence. And then at the end is a second submit. And then you can go to next. But until you do this, right now the way I have it, until you do this, you can't go to the next thing. I will change that right now because I just want you to complete everything. It doesn't necessarily have to be in that particular order. Then I will show you tomorrow how to make sure you submit your CAMI documents. So let me edit this real quick before I forget. I just want you to complete everything. So that should show everything now. So if we go here, yeah, now you can see everything. We're not going to do the last two items today. We won't have time, so I'll move them over. So I planned this out, and then it just depends on what we get done and what we don't. So it had popped up that, like I said, that I think Ian did the attendance, and you've also done the introduction. So I'm giving you an extra ticket, for that. And we're going to draw in just a minute.
Is there anything else I need to do?
For today, no. So just the attendance, the introduction. Oh, you can do the student information if you go here.
I thought I did.
This is just a Google form.
Yeah,
and don't
this drive thing, wasn't it? Yeah,
don't use that little back arrow there. So you guys, you would click third block. You would put your name, first name, last name, put your parent name. Ian, I already have your mom's number. So you could put there, you already have it. Carter, I should already have your dad's if he hasn't changed it. Same thing. Do you have a job after school or just a job in general that might interfere? You can check there. Internet at home. And then if you are willing, I would like to have your number just so I can text you, but I'm going to show you how you can get around that if you don't want me to have your number. So if you go back to modules and we look at the course syllabus, which is what I'm going to talk a little bit about, and then we'll be done. If you join my Remind right here, it doesn't show me your phone number, but I can text you and you can text me and it doesn't reveal your number. Does that make sense?
Sure.
And I think you can text 81010. That's the number. And then you do the @ symbol, Noel 2. Oh, that should be 3 Noel class. I didn't change that. I need to change that. Shoot. 3 Noel class. So I need to edit that real quick. Let me leave. Because you're third block. So you can either click on that link and do it online, or you can do it on your phone, but it does not record your phone number. So you would text to 81010. And then you're going, let me get my keyboard. I can't do it that way. This doesn't like my handwriting. All right. 81010. We're going to text at 3 Noel class. So the phone number is 881-010, and then the message is at 3Noel class. So that'll be a way that I can communicate with you via your phone and you not have to give up your phone number. Or you can put and if you choose to do that, just in that form, write that you've joined Remind. All right, so biology, we're just going to it's life science. So we're going to look at life stuff. So I'm just going to go through our little bit of the course syllabus here. And normally once we get back to face-to-face for third block, Wednesdays and Fridays at 1:30, we'll have Google Meet sessions. But if you're face-to-face on those days, you really don't have to attend those. So pretty much everything will be on Canvas right now, but once we get back face-to-face, when you're here, I give you paper copies of notes and things. So it's kind of a combination of Canvas and paper. I found toward the end of last semester, it worked better for those that were here to give you the paper copy when we're here. And it's very, very important. Like I had a student this past semester who failed with a high 50 both quarters, but made a 76 on his biology exam. And he was able to pass for the semester. So that just lets you know that taking the exam very serious and doing well on it can help you. But also, if you don't take test well, notice it's 55%, make sure you do everything. Do all your assignments. That will help. Log into Canvas, especially on the remote days, every day. It says discussion activity, but it's the attendance that you're going to do. I need to modify that. And it should vary. Class time here right now is about an hour long. So I try to keep things at about what will take you about an hour to do if you're working full remote. With us doing Google Meets, we'll try to do notes and stuff together, and then that'll leave you one thing to do kind of on your own. So this is kind of expectations. So you want to read through this because Monday or Tuesday of next week, you'll need to do a little quiz that'll go over, ask you some questions about the syllabus. Let me see, check my time. We were on at 10, we got a few more minutes. I did want to show you, here's the meet. If you didn't know this, if you notice, oh, is my camera on now? All right. See the second one here that has that nice little island in the background? You can change your background so you can see me, one of the pictures I'm here at school, or you can go here to the background, the three little dots, and you can pick a background. So if you wanted flowers in your background, if you wanted this. So if that will encourage you to maybe show your face every once in a while so I can see your handsome faces, that would be great. So I like the beach one is my favorite, but then it looks funny with me sometimes just sitting in front of the palm tree there. So I usually pick this one, sort of calming. But anyway, you have that option if you want.
Yes, ma'am.
So, any questions for anything?
No, ma'am. You explained everything perfectly well.
All right. Well, tomorrow is unique in that we will be on again at 10 o'clock. And tomorrow we're going to do the notes and continue because we didn't get to the notes. And so I'll always have a page here where I'll put the Google Meet recording and I'll have the PowerPoint for whatever notes. So basically there's some kind of notes every day. And so tomorrow we'll have notes. You'll have one little video to watch, and then you'll work on this practice here. This last one I'm going to move to Monday because we'll do it together.
Yes,
so that'll be kind of what we'll do tomorrow, but we'll do the notes together and I will talk you through that tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, and I'm excited you joined my class. Whoever is your fourth block, they'll be on at noon. And if you have a math class, you really want to get on, especially on math.
I don't have a math.
or an English.
I
So,
don't have
I don't
English
think
either.
I have English.
oh, you don't have English either? I don't know what your courses are. So,
I
did
think
you
it's
go into
you.
Power School and see?
Yeah, I think it's you, PV, Miss Swearinger. Is that the foods lady's name?
Sawyer is the foods lady.
I think that's her. And then I have American history too.
Okay. So make sure you do hop on for American history. That's Miss Harwood. I think it may not be foods that you're in. Is it interior design?
It might be interior design.
All right. What that's going to do is that is actually you look to pass that class because it also counts as a math credit.
It does.
Yes, if it's interior design. So that's why they've got two sections of it going because some of y'all are in need of a fourth math because you have to have 4 maths to graduate. And so that will take the place of one because supposedly with interior design, you'll have to, deal with area and stuff, do some calculations. And so they
Right.
can justify it as a math.
Okay.
So do make sure you're working on that, especially if you're close to graduating. You got to get all these in. And if you've got any credit recovery, work on them. Please work on them so you can get your credits back.
I got you.
All right. I'm going to stop recording. Let's see. Where did I do that? Right here.